Hey guys, welcome back to Renegade Reviews. This is Renegade. Here we're going to be doing a review of the two comic series Wolverines in costume from the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie line. Alright, so basically this is as per the request of Collecticon. I asked him for a couple of characters that he'd like to see reviewed, and the first one he listed was Wolverine. So I thought I'd get these guys out of the way doing that review. So we'll go to the yellow suit Wolverine first, as it's the costume I prefer, but the one I, like the figure a little less. So first, to get this out of the way, he comes with this somewhat flimsy sword. You can see there's like a line of detail on it. It's got a brown handle. It's not bad, it's just I don't see it as great for Wolverine. I have used it with Nightcrawler in the past. But Wolverine is a fairly good figure. You can see good face sculpt. This head sculpt is calm, but I like the colors on it. I like the orange that they used. Pretty good detail throughout the figure. And, it's comic accurate to the Tiger Stripe costume. So I do like it. Just getting right into articulation. The head spins all the way around. Doesn't look up and down at all. At least if it does, it's extremely minimal. The arms, first gripe with the figure, the arms are hindered by the shoulder pads here. So he can't raise his arms higher than this. I once showed these figures to somebody as, raise your hand if you're the better Wolverine figure. And as you can see, the brown suit one can raise it higher. So he can't go all the way up there, but it is on a hinge, so it comes out to there and spins as far as it is allowed. He has the elbow swivel and hinge joint, which moves pretty well. Rotates at the wrist. He's got from there to there with his torso joint, and it bends just fine. No waist articulation. Leg hinges out, comes up and forward, turns up there, double jointed knees, rotates at the ankle, and comes forward and back. So yeah, he's got the standard articulation, and then for the brown suit Wolverine, just to compare, he's got the same articulation, although I've always found that all of the joints on this one feel a little bit more free moving. He just looks like he moves quite a bit better, and I'll show that when I go over him more. But I like this figure. He does well to represent this costume. He does great. The way that these figures really exceed expectations for me as Wolverine figures is the way that, in comparison with the Marvel Universe ones, these guys were done in the right scale, and that means a lot to me when choosing what Wolverine I'm going to use for display or anything like that. So here they are next to the Hypervelocity. Here's next to the Marvel Universe Wolverine, and you can see how he's too tall. Here they are with Sabretooth. You can see he's dwarfing them. And then the aforementioned Nightcrawler. This is the height. That's where it should be, in my opinion. That's where it needs to be, and it's good to see that. But some of the other Wolverine Origins figures were a bit shorter too, but they all worked well. And then you get to like this, and that's not right. So yeah, I like the yellow suit Wolverine. If you want this costume, I'd say get him. If you want maybe a bit better representation of him, go for the one that's coming out in the 2-pack for Marvel Universe, but this is the one to get if you want it in scale. Now to go to this guy, it's the brown costume, so I believe these are the same costume, and somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, other than this one's done in the Secret Wars style, but, this is a good figure. He comes with a Muramasa blade, the red version of it, also very flimsy, but it can be, fixed fairly easily, black handle. I actually like this one a bit more, because I like the early Wolverine Origins, when he had the red sword. I just think it highlights the sword a bit better. But, yeah, so he's a good figure. Very free-moving articulation, very good. He's got a meaner face on. You know, good detailing on him. They've both got the X on here, which is surprisingly clean, because you look at some of the detail that other Marvel figures have botched, but the X's are really good on these guys. They both got the fins on here. Now, the Wolverine one the brown suit one has this joint is like visible through the boot, and then so does this one, which I found strange. I don't know why they wouldn't have just done it a bit lower like this one or something like that, but you know, it's not that big of a deal either. And yeah, they have the claws, they have the stuff in between there, which looks, you know, somewhat strange compared to this one. These ones are freer, but they can also get bent a bit easier too. And yeah, but you know, I think it works because it holds them together nicely, except for like this one's been tweaked. So, you know, when you buy one of these, you might want to check the claws to make sure they're straight. And yeah, if you like the brown suit Wolverine better, get this one. If you like this one better, get this one. You know, and if the articulation of these guys really bugs you and you prefer the Marvel Universe style articulation and you don't care about the height, you know, go for the Marvel Universe Wolverines. But for me, I prefer these guys just because they're the right height. And the other thing with this one is it can make a good docking custom, as my brother Kestrel Custom put together here. But yeah, guys, I do like both of these figures. As far as which one's a better figure overall, this one. Which one do I use more? This one. So it really comes down to your personal preference. I like the yellow suited Wolverine better, so I prefer this one. And here's to getting an astonishing X-Men Wolverine, hopefully very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Renegade Reviews, signing off.